So what do I need? The machinery? If I were to be doing that, I think I might just go for advanced forestry and just bash that. It's just a shame that I'm like so far gone from being able to do the library in any reasonable amount of time. Like that's just out of here. I need to just get more laboratories built to make up for it, which, yeah, fine, I guess. Staff in a good 80 people into it or something. I don't think I have that. I might need like 1,000 people before I can get that. Where was... Ah, machinery. 3,000? Oh, jeez. Okay. It's a smithing thing, though. Unlocks the mechanic. Crafting. Mechanic takes in stone, furniture, metal, using furniture and metal to make machinery at a fairly low rate, 0.4. Oops. I would need 92 of it. What's it cost? What does it cost? 381. Oh, jeez, that imports for 1,000. Exports for only 360. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez. Yeah, so I think just better wood cutting would be maybe the way to do it. At least we got food set. That's good. And why is it so oddly valued? 549. Strange. I'll leave it at that for now and see how it goes, because with the second forestry up, that alone should be enough to get us going, and the bonuses are just a little bit just extra. We're set up that I could maybe see about getting a furniture maker boost, but 500 for that, then that unlocks the efficiencies. I could also grab another just basic carpentry basics thing, like really cheap, honestly. 100 for that. And then I wouldn't really have to see about building another one of these. 522 produced last year, but I don't think last year had the 100% efficiency. We do now. Estimated this year only 265 somehow. It's a pretty bad estimate. Yeah, it's climbing. Okay. Yeah, maybe. For the refined carpenter. Plus 50%, 150 metal, of course. Everything is just so much metal, though. Holy crap, we need so much metal. That's going to be, like, the biggest thing is how can I get the most amount of metal possible? Fully staffing it, for one, and then keeping a close eye on our ore and, coal to see if we need to up that any. So far, it's looking okay still. Although I think we'll be losing out on coal slightly right now, the way it is, but there's still room to put in a couple more. It's done. Because, yeah, these are, again, it's just metal and boom upgrade, and then just maintain the metal for, law. What made tools? The furniture maker, I think, right? Carpenter. No, that's weapons. It had to be the smithy, right? Smithy? No, you're still being worked on. Oh, they're just about done, though. They just gotta fasten down a couple more screws to this table here, and they'll be good to go. Make some tools, and then we can get the... get that hospital going. Toolsmith. 8 people working on it? How about just 6? I don't need that many tools. Although, Another aspect of efficiency that I don't really know too much about is tools and how that works in, and how many tools do you need in a building to make it work good. That was another thing that didn't really have that much feedback to it, that I wasn't able to read very well. Because I can assign tools to a lot of stuff. Up to 2 here. So maybe that's just like straight up just like 25% more efficiency, but I don't know how much. Would that be like 31 tools per year, per day, per second? I don't know how consumption works into that. No idea. It still says out of 150, by the way. Bothers me. Bothers me a lot. I guess, is that just like the most it could okay, that's just the most it could possibly have is all that is. Oh. Well, alright. Yeah, okay, we'll just say 100 then. 1/7 of our empire. 37 of them have done it. 3 recruits we've got in currently. Oy, that'll be a bunch of armor and weapons. A bunch of armor and weapons I do have for now, though. And then, yeah, furniture and metal. I think I'm okay to maybe resume both of these. And then the one guy, you are housing. Just coal and metal, I think. Fetch a coal. Fetch a metal. Armor. Weapons. Tools. 2 crates each. Don't fetch. Okay. Excellent. And then, yeah, the 6 folks working on that, having to move across so far to get what they need. Guess I'll also auto-employ you. Suppose. And yeah, just 24 tools is all we need for this physician. They'll appreciate that a lot. So will the graveyards. They'll appreciate that a lot as well. And generally the people here could probably use it. I'm sure most of them are bloodied up, scratched up, scarred up. They're all looking terrible. Everybody here looks awful. They'll really like that. And then one of these can be armor, one of them can be weapons, and then we're set there. And then probably get another big metal smelter going to just pound out even more metal so we can start doing some upgrades for our fundamental stuff, like the stone mining, the Sithalon mining, the coal mining, all the miners and all that, and I'll see about getting another forester going with all that. No promises. Same thing with like clay pits and all that. Like, just so much stuff can be upgraded. Not eateries, though. Those don't get upgraded. Nor do hunters, apparently. Which they are still kind of hunting out. I think I'll put you down to 1 as well. You can be 2, but turned off. You can be 2, but turned off. So 1 hunter up here doing stuff. And wood we've got 1,000 of. Still waiting on furniture for that. And a little bit of stone. Stone we've got, though. Okay. The wood is just from the cutting down I did. Just one. I have 63 of these guys. 15, 30, 45, 50, 65. I'll do 2. Activate that as well. So they definitely have housing. And I'm assuming you're all fishers still. Oh, okay, couple fruit farmers as well. Nice. Nice. They may have done up this. Yeah, I think they filled up this fishery. 44 fishermen. And this fishery is a little too far away, although it is just 9 fishers here. Species 1.4. Species way okay. So they've finished off doing the fisheries and now they're working on a fruit farm. One of them. I don't know. We don't need a whole lot of them. There's only 18 people working each fruit farm. So, like, food-wise, I think they feed themselves for the most part, I would think. Workload is low. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, though, I think. I don't know for certain, honestly. Last time I looked at it, it seemed okay. Right, there's still a little bit of graveyard space. We're still okay for a moment. Whew. Alright. We're hanging in there, I think. I just need the attacks to off for a minute while I figure out exactly how army's working. And furniture needs to be done. Right. Have a 15% boost. Up from 5. Really not a lot. You're working on... Yeah, you're working on weapons still. I'm gonna turn you off. Makeshift weapons. I'm not wrong. Makeshift weapons turned off, because that's also a big consumption of our wood and stone. In a pretty major way. Like, we don't need to be... Once we get these things built, we don't need to be doing that at all, because I'm pretty sure I got the coal and ore for it. Maybe not the ore. I'm still raising an eyebrow toward the ore. A scientist? What have we got a scientist living in there? Alright, maybe some more housing up here is a good idea. Jeez. How are we doing for the knowledge, by the way? Education plus 0.14. It's gone up like 4%. Oh, wow. Let's max that out. Get some education pounded out. And... one day... get some more... definitely stone long housing. But not today. Ah, jeez, 22 subjects injured. Ah, no! Some coal was actually a hand grenade. Oh, man. Get the full 9 going, really mass some production there. It's auto-employed too. Alright. You think lighting affects workplace safety a bit, maybe? You think that's a thing? Where even was OSHA? Workplace safety. Another 25%. It's 320. I got 774. It's adding up what I've got. It's just adding up to the 8,000 for a library. I'm gonna have to get another just big mega lab going and just upgrade that and pound it out, I think. Like, I currently need the efficiencies. Just to, like, stay afloat, it feels like. I don't know. I think we're definitely covered for food, though. And I think for wood, I'm okay. I think I will be. I think because I don't plan on getting a hospital anytime soon. Because I would need to do the opium farms, which I don't know how to do either. I think I'm going to get another workplace safety. Another 25%. And then, maybe some husbandry, actually. Because that improved also birth rates. Which turns out to be really powerful because animals sell super well. That's done. Cool. So now what do we got going on? Plus 0.89? Jesus. That's really getting up there. No reduction from fell tending, no reduction from the animal skill, just 0.88 because we're not so good with these things. I imagine we'd want humans for that or so. Like, I don't know. I'm not doing a third one yet. We could definitely get some humans intermingled in, though, I suppose. It's just whatever I have the most of needs to be the proudest one that hates immigrants the most. I just have to maintain that. It's just kind of whatever. Like, majority as well. It's whatever. Nobody hates it any more or less, so I guess it's fine. We could definitely get some humans in and just have a little human settlement in for the animal farms, and they just keep to themselves maintaining animals. Like, I'm just kind of assuming it's humans. I don't know, actually. You any good at that? 0.67. Fuck dudes. Or no, these were the horny teenagers, I think, actually. 0.84. 1.17 on Tilapis. 0.08. 1.68. Yo, Cantors. But Cantors are, that's nothing we just simply have immigrating. That was like on the world map. They were part of like little havens sometimes, I think. And we gotta, I don't know, foreign negotiations or something. So what are Tilapis like? What are territorial bloodthirsty guardians of Syx Forest, perfectly suited to tend to forestry, animal husbandry, dispensing swift death alike. No strangers to cannibalism. Ah, yes, you. The elves. I mean, I guess we could see about doing that. Give them a little society, just, you know, over here. Just up in the corner or so. In the most deserty part, we throw the elves. They can do the wood cutting, animal husbandry. It's basically just breed things for us really quickly. I think the thing is, like, I don't think I'm playing to the dwarves' strengths very well. Like, they're terrible at a lot of the things that I'm doing. Because mountain living is so slow and not really worth it. I feel like dwarves just ain't that great. They're like something that you would have on the side to do your ore mining over there in the caves, and you can forget about them. But having them as the main is, it's a little bit rough. I don't know about it. They're slowly dying. Anything at all? 9 produced this year, estimated 150? Okay. Alright, well, there's some 7 fish we found somewhere over there. I know whenever this version of the game drops on official, because I'm still in the opt-in beta, when it drops in official, what's being worked on right now at the time of recording is game-breaking stuff. So that was saved for the end. So whenever it drops officially, the save's gonna have to go anyway, and it could be the next time. Maybe I don't start with dwarves. Maybe I start with something that's a little more reasonable at all the things, and we just somewhat early on, not too early on because of like population distribution percentages, but fairly early on, start bringing in dwarves to do my mining. I think would maybe be possibly the first one. Like, we start with humans. I know, bit boring, but hear me out. Start with humans. And then by the time we need to be doing ore and melting and stuff, we can start picking up Dondorians and get them in so they can start doing that. And then thirdly, we start going with the Cretonians. Looks at paper. Ah, yes, Cretonians. And they will be the ones that slowly come in and take the job of the initial farmers and fishermen to keep us afloat for higher population cities. Because efficiency becomes a huge thing for this. I think that's the plan. Can you guys Can we make... These people don't have walls. They're basically living in a tent. A really nice tent, but a tent nonetheless. Activate the walls. But don't activate the actual house yet. Although I guess you can, it doesn't matter. That's fun, because I don't have a whole lot in here. I haven't given them very much access. Or any, I think. You know, they don't have any... They don't have anything inside their houses, and they like it. They're okay with that. For now. These dudes are just super mega chill, like... I love that we hate executing them. It's like, oh, don't do that to them. Poor pig dudes. What the hell? Oh, yeah. This needed to be sorted. More deaths are coming because the hospital didn't get done in time. The graveyard is a little bit rough, but I think we'll be alright. They're not dying quickly enough. Oh, there's one now. Jeez, the corpse looks grim. Conducting a funeral. The gravedigger. What's the funeral like? I haven't actually seen the funeral yet. You just saw open the dirt and throw them in there? Oh yeah. Okay, job's done. Having a nice relaxed time. Okay. Jesus Christ. Alright. Moving on. Yeah, they're not going to be too happy with the recent deaths. I know. You know what? I shouldn't sell the Sithlon actually right now. Because I gotta think about doing the temple, right? That's gonna be like the next huge thing for them. Oh yeah. She's only 60. This is a cheap upgrade metal-wise. We can definitely do that. Like, really soon, too. That ain't too bad. Paper maker consuming 7.38 wood. It's a strange amount. We're making 13.45 paper. Alright. There's quite a few people working on that. I'm gonna bring this down to like 4 because I'm not so convinced we're okay with wood. Also, I want to see about getting another lab done. I'm gonna see about getting... I want to get... Not schooling. The library. I want to get the library done so I can see exactly what that's all about. And then, I think I wrap up the series here, actually. Like, I don't know when the update is dropping officially. I'm still playing the opt-in beta. And as I said earlier, the dev is working on the save breaking stuff for this next build. So whenever that comes out, I have to start over anyway. So I think I would like to leave this at a decent spot and just like shelf it for a minute. And when the update comes out proper, we can go for it and probably start with not Dondorians, because I still think Dondorians are just a rough one to start with. Makeshift weapons, we can get our stuff back, because we're going to be doing the proper law. Makeshift armor we didn't have. Proper smithing we keep. Pottery and that I need. The Sithlon mine I need. Efficiency boosts I don't think I really need. So I'm gonna undo that. The stone mine we're gonna leave that though. Actually, you know what? If we are going for just like seeing what this is, I'm gonna just go ahead and just undo the research. Technology for the room's locked and it can't be maintained. So, whoops. Zoom. Bring it down and turn it off. So there's 50 people that we've got now. Spoilage I'm gonna keep. Trade negotiations. I think I can take those off. Oh yeah, university. Should we drop university as well? You got 3,000 knowledge frozen. It's another 3,000. I need, for the library, 8,000. We can upgrade this guy to get like another 4,000. Yeah, okay. What do I need for that? 16 metal and 44 furniture. Furniture, I'm not giving you guys. I am giving to the dwarves, who are a bit unhappy about, I suspect, all the immigrants coming in. Oh no, wrongful deaths they're still complaining about, yeah. They'll get over it. They're oddly kind of okay with everything else. I'm going to take out a wood, I guess? So like, less wood for your houses. I don't want to take away too much because I don't want you guys like upping and leaving. The smelters and stuff. I'm gonna remove those for now to get back the materials. So we can get that hauled and I can see about upgrading this guy. I just want to push and get the research and see how cool the library is so that I know for next time if that's worth going for a bit early if I can. Yeah, it's a multiplier, so you want to do it when you have a bunch of laboratories and like base generation, but you know, just to get kind of an idea of where we're at for that, because we don't really need metal very early, and when you do get metal, you need a lot of metal for upgrades. So my entire idea of going for like Sithlon and mining up some Sithlon slowly over time and selling it and then buying in cheap stuff, I don't think works out because we don't have a rich enough area for that. Our mineral deposits were a little bit still kind of iffy, and I think that might just be how it is. If we start with humans, they don't care about stone buildings as much. They're okay with wood buildings. They like wood buildings more than dwarves do. So we can just do a bunch of like wood cutting stuff, and we can get in these big dudes to act as our farmers. Then we can bring in dwarves as the third race to help us out with the mining. And then maybe we get the druids in as well to like afterwards help out with the animal husbandry, I guess. Because like I think this is pretty powerful once you get going with it. It's really nice. Also for selling. I mean, that's a lot of money that I've got there. 59 of these things I got sitting. Not sure what's going on with this carpenter. They're not actually doing anything. Ah, there it goes. Okay, they hadn't done anything yet. Okay, they were still a little bit fresh. Got it. I was confused that I wasn't even getting like a rough estimate. Okay, so they're doing that. We have 116 furniture now, so I should be able to upgrade you. Bam! Very nice. And that should be... Oh, hey, there's the woodcutter thing. Over 25 woodcutters, so plus 10%. Yay, the next at 100. And then we can open up tourism for our woodcutters. Wow. Okay, wood, set, furniture, should be okay. Stone we should be alright with. I don't know how much paper is a lot of paper, but I think we're good on that generally. I feel like anyway. It really doesn't take that long to get that going. It's just a matter of waiting for our frozen research to drop off and for our new research to come in. And I think we're okay. There's the white shimmer going on too. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Woodcutters up, 14 people working it. 9 people working this one. Yeah, there's not a lot of trees over there. I wasn't sure if they like plant more trees or what. Oh god, not again. These workplace accidents, dude. Like what? Why are they like this? Why do like 50 people all get injured at once? Why is it not just like, ooh, 1 or 2 people, like every couple days or something? Why is it always so extreme? Because now I need physicians that store like 80 people in there all at once because explosions happen in the mines. It's a little bit ridiculous. A little bit ridiculous. I'm not making more physicians. They could just die and the Dondorians can continue to be unhappy. Do not care. But, yeah, no, if I plonk you down, do you not, like, also plant trees? Like, you just maintain what's already there? Because I was under the impression that it would kind of work still, unless there's, like, a minimum fertility required for trees to exist. Actually, more fertile up there, actually. So, I don't think that's right. At least it knows that I can't have that many people in there, so it's only just like, yeah, here's just 9 people that you fit in. That explains why this is a 21 and the other one was only 14. I was curious about that. But because the slider isn't, like... It's not like the farms where I could have just a massive amount of people farming it, even though I really don't need it. This is like, this is 100% filled. Like... I cannot have more than 9, so that kind of leads me to believe that I can't have ever more than this in this farm. Meaning, like, as new trees are planted, suddenly this will be like, oh, well, hey, you could have more. It would just be based on the size of the woodcutter, this 2,000-ish, and be like, oh, well, let's just say, I don't know, 40 then. You could staff based on the size. Because I think that's what the farms do. Where it's based on the farm or the pastures, it's based on the size of the thing for how many people you can employ. Whereas this is actually looking at the resource specifically. Which is cool, I like that, but again, that does mean that the trees aren't going to be growing. We need another janitor up here too, I think, actually. Where's my first janitor? Because it's already like 13% degraded up there. Get another big lab up there. I don't know if I need it or not, but... I wonder if I've also actually copied, because it's like an upgraded lab. Has it actually also copied that? Because this requires cut stone and metal, and I'm not sure if it ever required that before. They're like a tier 2 toggle or something? Because, like... stations are just furniture. Yeah, I think with the room copier, I've also... slated it to be a tier 2 one. Interesting. Okay. We got the materials for it, so I guess go for it. Doesn't need to be tier 2, but hey, I'll take it. The library. Bang. 8,000 for that. So, this should be quite the game changer, I would reckon. It's just a matter of what's it take to make it, and also how much does it take to maintain it. Cut stone is optional. Production at -1 paper. And ideally, we're not us doing it. We kind of blow with the library. So there's also boost, huh? 2% boost. 50% efficiency. Throw in some carpet for some more efficiency. Which still only turns it into a 2% boost. Yeah, it's still just 2%, so I'm not really sure. Well, would that be like less paper needed or something then? This is as big as the shelf can be. Okay. Yeah, it's big. Yeah, I don't have the materials for that. I do have the furniture for it, and also the fabric. And the stone. We'll just get rid of this middle bit. Yeah, that was too much. That seems okay. 204 furniture, 40 fabric, 336 stone. For a 20% boost, only 50% efficiency. I could throw in some carpets, I guess. It'll take more cut stone for the carpet, but maybe? You just need so much carpet though. Okay, well, 20% boost though for that. Only 50% efficiency, so it's gonna take, I assume, we'll give it a triple door. Actually, no, 2 double doors. I don't like a triple door. I don't like it. Undo that. 2 double doors. We'll go for that. So that's it's still a pretty big boost. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've allocated 26.6 thousand with another. We have like 30,000 research. So 20% is still a good amount. I don't think this is hugely worth pushing for, though. I think I'd rather just get like the laboratory and then the upgraded laboratories and just go from there. We can also get the advanced laboratory for a whopping 12,000 and upgrade this thing. I guess there's that. Jeez. I want to see this thing in action and see what the paper consumption is like and see what the efficiency would be doing. Because I think we'll be getting the boost anyway, so we don't really need the efficiency. So the efficiency would be like if there's carpeting in there made out of cut stone and fabric, then we can use less paper somehow. Half as much paper. I don't know. Is that done? That's a pretty nice looking building. It's already like tier 2 looking. And to upgrade it, that would give us a 50% bonus, but does require some gems. Each day. Oh god. Okay. How much are we making per day? This is looking at every 4 days. 28. Like 20. Like 7 per day. We're making 7 paper per day. Okay. So if I were to refurbish you and get in some carpeting, then. Okay, it's still quite a lot. It's like 1 paper per employee, so 40 per day we're consuming. But we are boosting the knowledge extra now. Okay, so the efficiency is boosting that still. Right. So I mean, hey, that's still pretty good. We could throw in just like 10 dudes. So that we'll... Okay, like 5 dudes. So 5 paper, we were doing like 7, I think we're producing. So there. Well, yeah, it's not terrible. It's not like, oh my god, you have to get this as soon as possible. But it is a boost. And you can get multiple libraries and infinite libraries effectively and multiply your knowledge that way. So I think at some point you'd throw down a big hammer and you'd be like, super advanced laboratory, mega lab go. And then you can get rid of your other labs and then you can throw multipliers on. So you just have like one nice good sized super lab. Like what I've got here. You just make this like extra lab, advanced like tier 2 or tier 3 or whatever. And then you throw on some libraries, either big libraries or smaller libraries or something like that. But I think that's the general thing that I'd be going for, is you go from a few small-ish ones and then one big one. And then maybe a second big one, and then eventually afterwards one just huge one, and tearing down the older ones as you go. That paper though is, that's a lot of paper to have to go through, but I mean, we are making not much. We can make We could make just a ton. Let's just auto-authorize just a bunch of people. With 21 people pounding it out, the wood consumption is going to be awful. Because it's expensive to do. That's 6 per day we're estimated to spend. Our decent woodcutter here is 90 per day. So that covers that. That's not even counting furniture and stuff, which another 8 per day, 27 per day. Oh god. Yeah, a lot of wood. I mean, compared to furniture making, that's not a lot of wood. And that gives us 12 paper per day, which would mean that our library could be, what was it, 21? 12. What the heck am I going on about? 12 per day. So, about 12 people. Roughly. No. We're good. It's only an estimation because it's going to be like plus minus a little bit depending on how many people are actually working / what our actual employment is. Come on, estimation. Okay, so that's the 20 now. Okay. So 15. I mean, we're looking at like almost a plus 10% knowledge boost, which that's pretty okay. I mean, that's a few thousand more. That's enough to get some efficiencies for free. So I don't know. It's self-sustained fairly. It doesn't require a whole ton of employees, and it's just a bit of a wood drain, but not as much as like furniture making and all that goes. Which, yeah, right. Okay, so I think I leave this here. Because it could be that there's a big update coming soon. It could be there's a big update already out by the time this gets uploaded. I don't know. Not a clue. But it's going to be save breaking stuff, so we'd have to restart anyway. And I think this is a pretty okay stopping point. We've learned quite a lot, again, as we have before. Every time I play this, I learn a whole bunch more. And I get a better idea of what I should be going for my playstyle and what I'm wanting. I don't think I'd go with Andorians next time, though, because they seem like they're a bit of a pain in the butt. The things that they like is like mid-game stuff, which you're not going to be able to get right away. And I, for whatever reason, tried to keep it with just Andorians for a while. And I probably should have been getting in some other immigrants earlier on. I think starting as humans or pig dudes would be great. Maybe even start as elves and get in something else. Maybe not as that far. I don't know. But like the things that humans and elves like, access for humans, just so much potential wood we can be getting into these people. Elves want like livestock. They want like sheep and pet sheep and stuff in their house and pets. Dwarves would be wanting fabric, cut stone, Sithlon, Everybody wants furniture except the bug people, but they're like an entirely different playstyle. I don't know about them. Humans do also want jewelry. Pottery is manageable, and they also want fabric. But a lot of potential out of the wood and furniture. They're just all about just like animal farms and stuff. Food-wise, mushrooms, eggs, bread. Fruit, meat, egg. Veg, fruit, bread. So bread is a cool thing because we can get a lot of efficiency boosts for that. We like... I do not care. Okay, this all seems to be about the same. Cretonians like drinks and food a lot more. They get a lot more out of meals than the others, but everybody else is kind of the same with that. Sans, again, bug people who just don't care about most of that. Environment-wise, they're okay with cannibalism to some extent. They're like, you know what? Cannibalism, let's do it. Otherwise, we're all equally against. Pig people don't care about noise. Dwarves do care about noise. Elves and humans care about noise. Humans like light. Elves don't care. Elves are also okay with dread and harmony. Humans don't care, but they like awe. There's differences. They're pretty subtle differences. As far as like major things go, I'm not really sure if there's a whole lot going for it. For the most part, everybody is kind of the same. It's mostly like what can you do with the housing and what they like building material wise. Lifespan 180. They live to be 140. More lawfulness. Less sanity on people? Okay, more sanity, technically. Whoa, okay. Dwarves have a really good chance of becoming deranged at some point. Humans, not so much. Dwarves are also just the better fighters, but better range skill on the humans. Elves are great with the range, to some extent. They're pretty okay with it. Higher morale on the elves, too. Yeah, I think I'd be going for the humans to start. Oh, that learning. Schools for little human babbies. Carry capacity and woodcutters, just the work efficiencies, which is all straightforward. And our subtle and knowledge starts are all the fun. Or all the same. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, so probably start with humans, and then shortly after get in some Cratonians to act as our farmers to maintain food for large populations, and then bring in some dwarves to work the mines, and then eventually elves to help us out with additional food and livestock and all that. Or maybe get the elves a little bit early to get the livestock rolling so we can get these huge surpluses.